And the first one we have launches on March 7th, and this is going to be for Far Cry Beyond. If you're not familiar with Far Cry, this was originally a video game, and there's been quite a lot of games in the series so far. I've played several of them, and they've all been amazing. Each one does have a very different story, but they normally have a very open world feel with a lot of exploration, and the games give a lot of tools to the players to come at different challenges with a lot of different options. This board game version is going to take place back in 1984 on an alternative history of Earth, where players are going to be involved in both a Cold War as well as a time where the Earth is being hit by a barrage of meteor showers. And this is going to present the story through a cooperative legacy campaign with several acts, and with each act having several scenes. There's going to be different options to the player on how to complete these different challenges that the acts present. And because this is a legacy game, you can expect new rules and components to make their appearance as the game moves forward, and there will be stickers that get added to the rulebook to change the way that the game plays as it evolves over time. The different decisions that the players make will change the way that the story unfolds, and players will be playing as their own individual characters with their own special abilities and player boards, which they'll further be able to customize through the use of weapons, stunts, loot, and reaction cards. Combat in this game is done with dice, and depending on the weapon that you use, you're going to be using different colored dice because the different colors have different probabilities as well as different damage points that they can inflict. So depending on which weapon that you're using, you're going to be rolling some different dice. The player's stunts allow for some special abilities that you can take advantage of by using action points, and then the loot or reaction cards allow players to use some special items or use some special abilities, but these ones are one-time use only. A really neat aspect of this game is that the map will offer some different cover for the players to take advantage of, but this can be used against you by the enemies as well. And if you are taking advantage of cover, this will allow players to have a better vantage point and potentially take less damage in combat. The enemies do attack in the same way as the players, but they're going to be driven by AI cards which will dictate their actions. But if a player does get taken out by an enemy, it's not the end of the world because players can also be revived as well. Of course, this is something you still would want to avoid because if all players are knocked down, then you lose the game. At the end of an act, players will be going up against a final boss, and once you win, you will be revealing the next portion of the story, which will be revealed in a hidden envelope. Definitely one worth checking out, especially if you are a fan of the series.